Welcome to 3 Minute Thoughts. So, I have a whole list of items that eventually want to give thoughts on, and I make this list by just randomly when I think of stuff, I'll just put some notes down. Sometimes I'll think about it a lot, sometimes it's just like a little jot of inspiration. And there's this one on this list that I'm not quite remembering what the jot of inspiration was fully, but it was something I want to talk about, and that was convenience. I wrote down a little note of a story, which I know the story, so we'll do the story first, and maybe I'll remember why I jotted this down. But back when I worked at a company, we're not going to name names, one of the features of the job was there was an operations room. You either worked in the operations room or you're out in the field. And in the operations room, they had a specific design, and they were redesigning the whole area, so they're making a whole new operations room. The boss wanted input on how this room should be designed to help the operators who were in there for monitoring all the various machines in the network. Cool. They made it simple by giving us 3 choices, A, B, and C. They gave a layout of these diagrams saying you can take one of these choices. Which one do you want? And universally, there was about, I'd say, 25 operators. Universally, all of us, all 25 of us, pointed at A. Said that's the best layout for our needs. We can monitor everything easily. It's the perfect layout. Look at those systems, those systems, those systems. Everything is great. The boss then said, oh, well, we're going to go with C. So my first thought is, why did he ask if he already had a plan for, I get it. If he already wanted to do C and we all chose C, then he could say, oh, this is your choice, and sneak it in that way. But the reason he chose that C, that option, it wasn't the most convenient for us, but it was convenient for someone who is outside looking in to make sure that we are working. So for the 5 minutes a week that he might wander down a couple floors to check in on us, he had the nice little convenience of seeing us doing our thing, while the rest of the 40-hour work week, we had to suffer through an inconvenient setup. And yeah, so that was where my thought was. I still don't remember why I wrote down the convenience thing, but I do feel that there's something there to what you do to go out of your way to help other people or make things easier for other people. The people who are doing a thing should have things made easier for them as opposed to hindering them, and then let the bosses and whatever, they can take the hindrance. They don't need the convenience for their minimal impact. Yeah, not really sure where this thought was going. Just something like that. Mostly just want to talk that story. I'm griping. Yay. And let me know if you had a situation where a boss has forced an inconvenient option on you. There you go. Have a good day.